Hi, welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful week and you're ready for another talk. This week, I talk about Lisbon Airport. Have you ever been there? So stick around. Let's talk. If you ever been to Lisbon and if you really have experienced Lisbon Airport, you know that it's actually one of those airports that is an absolute labyrinth because you have lots of stairs. You go up and down and right and left and here and there. And sometimes it is actually a bit of an adventure. However, and I must say that over the years, it has suffered massive improvement. I remember the first time that I used Lisbon Airport, that was in 2003 when I first came to Australia. It was just one terminal for domestic and international flights. Lisbon is not obviously a major hub such as London Heathrow or Schiphol in Amsterdam, but still has plenty of flights. And because everything was together in one single terminal, it made it obviously a little bit more confusing. These days, a new terminal was built, a separate terminal, a domestic terminal. So you have in the main building only the international flights, and for the domestic flights, you go to the other terminal. I think that was a good option because it separates things and it makes things a little bit easier. For example, if you just go for a domestic flight, the new domestic terminal is actually quite easy to navigate. It's like a massive hangar where you just come in, you do your check-in, and then you just have a massive area where you can wait for your flight, and the gates are just there, and it's not complicated at all. However, the domestic terminal, the international rather, sorry for the confusion, the international terminal is still a little bit of a confusing path because you have to go and navigate through stairs, and you have to go up the stairs, and then you go and you pass through to get into the security check, and then you go and pass through immigration, and and then you have to go downstairs and upstairs, and then you finally find your gates. And that can be sometimes a little bit challenging, I must admit. Um, in its renovations, but as you know, it is complicated to do a renovation on an airport that is used constantly, and it has a lot of flights, and you can't just divert the flight somewhere else because it's not possible. So but what I think is and on that note, I have to say it's that it's well signed. So you see the signs, and you know exactly where you should go because the signage is okay, and it's a good signage, um and it's not that it's difficult to find your destination. It's just that the way there it's a little bit of a roller coaster. I would advise you, for example, if you are arriving in Portugal, but that I advise to any traveler, just don't carry a lot of hand luggage because up and down stairs with heavy weights is not very good thing. Um, and just be ready to go for an adventure because that's what it is. I must admit, one of the things that I like is that everything is in marble, and it's nice. It's like a 70s vibe, obviously, because the airport is old, of course, but in the same time it has that little charm of that 70s vibe of all the marble and all of those things, and it's a nice place, but obviously needs renovation. I think a lot of countries suffer the same thing. Everyone says the same thing about Kingsford Smith in Sydney, that needs renovation, and the airport is huge and this and that. Because obviously more people are traveling, and there's more flights everywhere, and of course the airports need to increase in size because they can no longer accommodate as many flights as they actually require. So, and that's why we always have these problems worldwide. Sydney is having that issue at the moment, and Lisbon has it as well. A second airport has been proposed for Lisbon, but it's still negotiations of as per where this airport is going to be. In Sydney, we already have a second location. So for this video, I was talking about this airport in Lisbon. So I think for you, give it a go. It's not that hard. It's a nice airport. Uh, Challenging, yes. Needs massive improvement. Certainly does. But I think it's all part of the experience, and I think it's not totally a bad one. And that's all for today. I hope you really enjoy this adventure through Lisbon Airport. Um, if you have any experiences, any funny experiences that you had in Lisbon Airport, please share. Or if you are traveling to Lisbon Airport and you would like to ask a few questions, please feel free to ask. Um, like the video, you know, the whole story about the YouTube algorithm. And please subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of a talk every single week. And before I go, I would like to wish you all a very, very good week. See you next time. Thank you so very much for watching, and let's talk. Bye.